even noticed.
Oh, Lucille, it's beautiful. Is it new?
Have you seen it on this gorgeous body before?
You should wear it in the best of health.
Are you ready for the best part?
Yeah.
Guess how much?
Oh, a coat like that. You must have paid at least 3,000.
No.
Less?
Much.
What? 2,500? Don't tell me it was under 2,000.
1950.
Oh God, I'm fainting.
Is that a steal or is that a steal?
Where'd you find it?
Well, I'm passing the Ritz thrift shop in Manhattan. Usually I would never even look in the window. I mean, what could they have? Garbage, right?
Yeah.
This time I happened to look. And what do you think I see?
That coat.
Nope. I see a full-length brown fox that you could die from. I try it on, and my muzzle is a little too tight, short. Then, as I'm walking out, I look down the rack, and what do you think catches my eye?
That coat.
A leopard jacket that makes my heart stop. But for how often I get to wear it, it didn't pay.
You know, Lucille, we're not getting any younger. Where'd you find the mink?
So I'm about to leave. I see them bringing in a new rack. And who do you think is the first? What do you think is the first thing I spot?
Who knows?
That coat.
Ah, thank God. Come on, let me try it on.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right. See? Okay. How? How do I look?
Oh, do the words Lana Turner mean anything? What becomes a legend most?
You know, it's not me.
Oh, all the more reason.
I don't need it.
I do. Nobody buys a mink because they need it. You buy support hose because you need it. You buy a mink because you want it.
I don't want it. Besides, I couldn't afford it. Hey, where'd you get $2,000?
One of Harry's municipal bonds came due.
Well, congratulations. How about some tea?
Love it.
I'll put the water on.
I want you to know I broke a pretty good hot date to come here today.
All right, who you got now?
His name is Donald. Ida, if I tell you.
Good looking?
Oh, gorgeous. And a gentleman opens the door, pulls out the chair, picks up the check. We had a night Friday you wouldn't believe. Dinner, dancing, handsome cab ride through Central Park.
How romantic.
And he didn't leave me alone all night. Hands everywhere.
No.
Yeah.
So, when do I meet him already?
You'll meet him.
You never stay with one long enough for me to meet him.
So, what about you? When am I going to start hearing about a little romance, a little excitement?
Yeah, when it happens, you'll hear about it.
I'm all ready to start double dating. I can't keep taking out two men by myself.
Why not? They get tired.
I'm serious, Ida. I'm waiting for you to join me. God knows Doris never will. I don't think she's going to start.
You know, speaking of Doris, I wonder where she is. Today is really a very important day for her. And I hope it goes well. I cannot believe it's already her 4th anniversary.
Today is her 4th anniversary?
Yes.
I completely forgot.
How could you?
I can't keep up with the dates anymore.
Well, you really should try.
Sometimes I think we should stop this whole business altogether.
Lucille.
I do.
I don't know myself anymore.
You see?
So why do you keep coming?
I like this time together. But I'm sure there are other ways we could spend the afternoon.
The doorbell rings. Ida opens the door.
So, where have you been?
Fine, thank you. And how are you?
The tea kettle whistles.
Oh, you want me to make?
Sit, I'll get it.
So, how are you?
Good. You look different.
No, I dropped a couple of pounds.
You're losing weight?
No, it's just moving lower. So, what do you think of this day?
Nice.
Nice, a more beautiful day hasn't been invented. The leaves are just starting to fall. The colors are incredible. Abe's plot is going to look gorgeous. I just hope they kept up the care. They're telling me they water twice a week, and I'm looking down at dead ivy.
I'm sure it'll look terrific.
Funny, you know? Fall was Abe's favorite time of year. Ugh, A wonderful man gone much too soon.
Oh, who could believe 4 years ago today?
You remembered. I didn't think you'd remember.
Of course I remembered. How could I forget? It was almost exactly a year before my Harry died.
That's Murray.
What's Murray?
Murray, Ida's Murray. He died the year before your Harry.
Murray died the year before Harry.
Of course, Abe died 2 years before Murray.
So Harry died 3 years after Abe.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So who died the year before Murray?
No one.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. Abe died 4 years ago today.
That's what I said. 4 years ago today. Who could believe a wonderful man taken much too soon?
They were all wonderful men. I wonder what the three of them are doing now.
Yeah, probably looking for a fourth to play cards.
So what are we talking?
We're trying to figure out what the boys are doing right now.
Murray's easy. Right now, he's sitting smoking a cigar, and any minute his ash is going to fall and burn a small hole in the cloud.
Let's see. Today's Sunday, so Harry will go right to the Manhattan real estate section, then yell for half an hour how 30 years ago he could have bought a brownstone on Park Avenue for $25,000.
Oh, Abe is definitely out for a walk. Sunday was his day for walking, so wherever they walk up there, that's where he is.
Ladies, a toast. Here's to the
Here's to
boys, wherever they are.
To the
To the boys. Oh, wait a minute. I completely forgot. I spoke to Selma this morning.
No,
Don't tell me.
She's getting married.
I don't believe it.
At her age,
Well, it just goes to show you, you are never too old.
she's too old.
The same age as I am.
I rest my case.
Oh, you want to start talking age. After all, next month you are
No,
going.
don't you dare.
It's like watching my two oldest sisters fight.
Oh, you keep out of this. After all, you're only 3 days younger than Dirt.
Look who's talking. I was there when you celebrated your 60th birthday for the 4th time.
I did no such thing.
Oh, yes, you did.
Look, I am very proud of my age. I happen to think I look pretty terrific.
You do? I hope I look as good as you do at your age.
You did.
Lucille, I just hope I reach your age.
You've been my age twice.
And you've been your age since I've known you.
Ladies, can we call it a tie on this one? Now, where was I?
Selma's getting married.
Oh, yes. So I told her we would all be there.
Of course.
We've never missed one of Selma's weddings.
That's what I figured. She asked if we could be bridesmaids.
Oh, you kidding?
Nope.
What happened to the women she used last time?
Well, you know, she really doesn't like to use the same bridesmaids for more than one wedding. She thinks it's bad luck. Look, why don't the two of you come over here? We'll get dressed together. We'll go together.
Okay, when's the affair?
A month after next.
So soon? She only met Arnold over the summer.
Well, she's not marrying Arnold. She's marrying Ed.
Who's
Who's
Ed?
Ed?
Some man she met a couple of weeks ago at a singles weekend. She says they are madly in love. Look, are you ready for this one? His name is Ed Bonfigliano.
Bonfigliano?
Uh-huh.
That's not a Jewish name.
He's not a Jewish man.
Selma Bonfigliano. What happened to Arnold?
He died.
So Selma's marrying an Italian?
Go figure.
Hell, you know, she never really did like living alone. Selma always felt she really was lonely being all by herself in that big house.
If you don't like being alone, you get a dog, not an Italian.
I don't know. Maybe she has the right idea.
What are you talking? The woman goes through husbands like I go through nylons.
Oh, look who's talking.
Dating is one thing, marriage is something else.
Oh, I have to agree there.
So when are you going to start?
Don't push it. Hey, I think we should go. I don't want to be late.
What? If you're a little late, he leaves?
Oh, jeez.
I'm sorry. So, Doris,
Yeah.
what do you think of the coat?
Oh, gorgeous.
Guess how much?
All right. So for something like that, if it's secondhand and you got a good price with a little haggling, you should have paid maybe what, 1,900?
Lucille, annoyed, walks out the front door as Doris and Ida walk out together. Blackout. Scene 2, the graveyard. Doris, Ida, and Lucille enter.
How could you not notice that gorgeous man standing by the mausoleum?
I didn't notice.
I'm telling you, he didn't take his eyes off me.
What a day! Beautiful, just beautiful. Oh, why don't the two of you meet me back at Abe's plot when you're finished? We'll have a little gathering for the 4th anniversary.
We'd love to.
See you later.
All right. Boy, Lucille, I think she's handling it very well.
A lot better than last year.
You remember how we had to carry her out?
Who could forget? 1 minute she's fine, and the next she's laying belly up on her plot next to Abe, screaming, "Take me now!"
Oh, God. I'm going over to Murray.
Ugh, send him my best.
Each woman stands at her husband's grave.
Perpetual care my foot. Perpetual negligence is what it is. If I didn't come here every month, you'd be laying underneath a jungle. But you know what? Whenever I cut the ivy like this, I think about how I used to trim your hair in the kitchen. Do you remember? A little off the back, a little off the sides. Oh.
Oh, Doris was right. God, it looks beautiful. You know, it's funny. When I'm here with you, knowing that Doris is with Abe and Lucille's with Harry, it feels like we're all together again, like old times. Reminds me of the cruises the 6 of us used to take.
So, Harry, read any good books lately? I suppose I'll have to do all the talking again, like when we were married. Except now, at least I know where you are every night.
You know, Murray, sometimes it worries me that the memories being that strong, it makes it so hard to, I don't know.
So let's see what happened since we last spoke. Oh, Selma's getting married again.
I just want you to know, Harry, things could have changed. All we needed was time, but everything you had to do in a hurry. You couldn't even go into remission like a normal person. You had to get it over with, quick.
You know, I look at Lucille and I wonder if maybe she doesn't have the right idea. Look, I'm not saying I want to start having flings, Lucille, I'm not. I just don't think it's right to close myself off anymore.
Oh, you'll never guess who's chasing the women. Max Goldberg. At 76, he's decided to take up chasing the girls. So I asked his wife, what's she gonna do about it? And you know what she told me? She said, he's 76. If he's chasing women, dogs chase cars, but when they catch them, they can't drive.
The thing is, Murray, I don't know if I could start going out and meeting people and also keep coming here to see you.
So, Harry, what do you think of the coat you just bought me? Am I a knockout or what?
A man passes by Lucille.
Hello there.
Hello.
So your wife, she stays at home when you go to the cemetery?
The wife is who I come here to visit.
Oh, how nice.
I really should get going.
I was just leaving. Come, we'll walk together. So, how do you like this coat? So help me. 1950 and no tax.
It's a very nice coat.
Come, I want you to meet.
Ida?
Sam.
You two know each other?
Well, of course. This is Sam. He's the best butcher in the whole world. How are you?
Good. And you?
Fine. You came to see Myrna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doris is over at Abe's. It's the 4th anniversary today.
You think it would be all right if I went over?
I think she'd love it.
Come, I'll walk you.
She takes his arm.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
She runs back to the grave and picks up a small stone. She kisses it and places it on the headstone.
So I'll see you when I see you.
At Abe's grave.
I'd like to just stand in silence for a few minutes and remember.
We're right here with you, Doris.
It's nice to have such good friends.
You've got the best.
Maybe I should go.
Oh, no, don't be silly. Abe would be honored.
You're not going anywhere. So, what are you doing later? Why don't you join us for a little?
Lucille,
Better yet, maybe you and I could.
I don't believe you.
I'm just trying to make Sam feel comfortable.
Stop flirting. He'll feel comfortable.
Lucille, really.
Well, how much longer are we?
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. I was hoping that we could just have a few minutes of silence for my husband who died 4 years ago today. You want to pick up men? Do it at another grave.
What am I standing here for? Why? Just because Abe kicked off 4 years ago today, I have to take this kind of abuse? Happy anniversary.
She storms off. Doris follows her, yelling. Ida follows Doris.
And you thought you were going to rest in peace?
Blackout. Scene 3. Doris and Lucille are in Ida's apartment, standing in silence. Ida is on a chair, looking through a magazine.
You know, it says here that if two women who have been good friends for over 30 years don't make up immediately, a third friend's going to kill them both.
Oh, no, if you read carefully, it also says that one of the two women, the promiscuous one, did something unforgivable at the other woman's husband's grave.
If you look at the title of the story, it's called Doris Lives with Her Head in the Ground, where all she sees is Abe.
Maybe she would like for me to turn Abe's grave into a singles bar.
For Christ's sakes, Doris, you stand at Abe's grave like he died yesterday.
And that is the way I will stand every month.
Good. So from now on, you can do it without me. As of today, I officially resign from this cemetery club.
Lucille.
I mean it. I've had it up to here with the goddamn cemetery. I refuse to be in a club in which half the members are dead.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. Ida, will you talk some sense into this woman? Ida.
Maybe it is time we stopped
What are you talking?
for a while. Maybe we need a break.
Ida, did you realize what you just said? Lucille, this is all your fault. You told her to stop going to the cemetery.
Lucille never said a word. Come on, Doris, look at us. It's been over 2 years since Murray died. It's 4 years since Abe. And what do we have to show for it? We've seen every movie that's come out. We've become experts at canasta. Well, I know Murray's headstone like the back of my hand. Do you realize how much time we've spent at the cemetery?
Let me ask you something, Doris. Don't you ever feel like you sometimes miss having a man around?
I'm not listening to.
But Doris, don't you ever feel like you'd like to have someone there, someone new?
Someone living?
Abe and I gave each other our lives, Ida.
I know.
Our lives. I have nothing to give another man. Everything I give to Abe and I gave to him and I still do. And once a month, I let him know.
But getting married again wouldn't mean that you loved Abe any less. You wouldn't marry someone now for the same reasons you married Abe.
All of a sudden, Sam, the Playboy butcher, shows up at the cemetery and the two of you go crazy.
Oh, come on, Doris, no one's going crazy. We're just talking here. And I would hardly call Sam a Playboy.
No? Then what was he doing at the cemetery? Who was he looking to pick up?
What do you mean, what was he doing at the cemetery? He's visiting Myrna.
The doorbell rings. Ida opens the door and Sam enters, carrying a paper bag.
Sam.
Ida?
Hi, Sam.
Oh, hello, Lonnie.
Lucille.
Lucille, I'm sorry. I got no memory for names. Hello, Doris. I didn't realize you'd all be here. Maybe I should come back some other time?
No, please. I just made cookies. Why don't I go get them?
Okay. I remember the chicken livers you wanted, so I put some aside on Friday. And I figured since I'm in the neighborhood, I dropped them off.
So, a butcher that delivers. What more could a girl ask?
Doris, I'm sorry about what happened at the cemetery. I shouldn't have been there.
Don't be silly. It was nice having a new face.
No, I feel like I ruined a very special moment for the three of you.
What's special? We go every month.
Every month?
I understand that you also enjoy going to the cemetery.
Well, sometimes I feel a need.
I'm sure you do.
Ida enters carrying a plate of cookies.
So what are we talking?
Sam and I were just discussing how sometimes one feels a need to go to the cemetery.
I see.
But there comes a time when you have to stop going to the cemetery and start dating again. Before you came, we were having a little discussion about it. Sam, what are your feelings?
All the women
I-
turn to Sam.
I think that you have to do what's right for you, and for some people, dating might be out of the question, and for others, it might be right. Hey, these cookies, irresistible.
Yeah, please help yourself. What
Well,
category does he fall
Yeah.
into?
all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, well, look, for me, I think it's time to move on. Sure, I go pay my respects when I feel a need to, but I also think I'm ready to start a new chapter. After all, what is life if not one chapter after another chapter waiting to be written?
Well put.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Ida, I'm looking at you, and I swear you haven't aged a day since I know you.
Oh, please.
Funny how time passes. Some people are right by. Now you take me. I don't look like I used to. People tell me I actually look younger now than I did 5 years ago.
The tea kettle whistles.
Lucille, why don't you go make the tea this time?
And leave Sam here all by himself?
Oh,
All right, I'll go make. Now, you behave yourselves, you two.
oh boy.
She's quite a woman.
Yeah, you think so?
I mean, different, not shy.
No, Lucille never knew from shy.
Strange, I keep thinking I've met her before.
Could be. She makes friends very easily. It was funny running into you today.
And of all places.
Go figure.
So I hear Summer's getting married again?
Yeah.
You going to the wedding?
I wouldn't miss it for the world. How about you?
Sure. Well, look, maybe since you're going and I'm going, maybe you'd like to take one car. You could go with me. I could drive you to Summer's wedding.
Doris has entered unseen.
Sam, are you asking?
Did I interrupt something?
No, Sam and I were just discussing Selma's wedding.
Lucille enters with the tea.
What did I miss?
We were just discussing Selma's wedding.
Oh, you going?
Yeah, I like Summer's weddings. They're like reunions. Wait a minute. That's where I've seen you before. Weren't you at Summer's last wedding?
Oh, I've been to all of them.
And all this time, I didn't even recognize you.
I looked different then. I was married.
Sam laughs and Lucille joins in.
So,
So, is this a gorgeous day or what?
I've got an idea. Why don't the four of us go for a walk? What do you say, Doris, in honor of Abe's? Sunday was his day for walking.
Yeah, you talked me into it.
Why don't the two of you go? I think I've had enough fresh air for one day.
I'll stay and finish the tea. That is, if you don't mind.
No, of course not.
I'm not in such a mood to go out anyway.
We'll stay, we'll play cards. Sam, you've never seen Ida the Greek here play cards.
You know, I'm not in the mood for cards. Why don't you two go out? We'll talk tomorrow.
Well, maybe we'll stop back in a little while.
No, you two enjoy yourselves. We'll talk tomorrow. I'll call you.
Sure, We'll talk tomorrow.
Lucille and Doris leave.
So, thank you for bringing over the livers. It was really very nice.
It was nothing.
So,
You have a beautiful home.
thank you.
These are lovely pictures. That's quite a family.
Oh, look, you happen to be looking at a woman who's 5 times a grandmother.
Wow. I've got my first on the way. Maybe you can give me some pointers.
Oh, listen, that is the best part. You don't need any pointers. You just enjoy your grandchildren and you sit back and you watch them do everything to your children that your children did to you.
I was just thinking about Sylvia Green. Doris made me think of her. We had this sort of date a while back.
Really?
If you could call it that. The whole thing was a fiasco. It all started at Lou's unveiling.
At the unveiling.
I know it sounds awful. It was all because of my son, Richie. After Myrna died, he didn't like the idea of me being on my own. He wouldn't stop badgering me to find someone. He kept saying what I needed was a friend. Anyway, after a few months, I started thinking about how I could find someone. So I started to go out, and each date was worse than the one before. My fault. Instead of looking at what a woman was like, I kept looking at how unlike she was from Myrna.
That's not a fair thing to do.
No. So on my last date was with Sylvia. And we're going out for dinner, and I was determined to have a good time. I specifically picked the restaurant Myrna and I had never been to, the Majestic on Jewel Avenue. You know it?
The Majestic. Wasn't that where Sylvia's husband had his heart attack?
That's the place. Who knew? I pulled up in front of the restaurant, and all of a sudden she starts screaming, "Take me away from here! Take me away from here!" We drove around for about an hour, which gave her enough time to calm down about Lou, and me enough time to start thinking about Myrna. I took her home. I apologized and said good night. We never tried again. We talk every now and then. She's a good friend. Oy, don't tell Richie that. I shouldn't have been going out so soon after Myrna died. Funny how after you lose someone that close, you find yourself doing things you never dreamed of, behaving in ways you never thought possible.
Yeah, I used to cook like a crazy woman, day and night. I don't think I left the kitchen for a month after Murray passed away. I mean, I made meals that would put a French restaurant to shame. Murray used to say my dinners brought him straight back home every day after work. So, after he died, I just kept making the dinners. But maybe if I made them, Anyway, have you been going to the cemetery often lately?
Not really.
What made you decide to go today?
Well, this week would have been 40 years Myrna and I were married, and I felt I should go.
So you didn't go for any other reason?
For what other reason would I go to the cemetery?
Of course.
While I was there, I was thinking back over all the years.
They do go by.
One day you're on your knee proposing. The next day you're standing at a grave remembering how nervous you were. And somehow, before you know it, more than 40 years have passed between 2 days. I should get going.
Oh, well, it was nice talking.
Well, we'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, have a good night.
You too.
Sam exits. Ida closes the door and starts to put away the cookies. The doorbell rings and Ida answers the door. Sam stands in the doorway.
Listen, I was thinking, since the wedding isn't for a while, how would you feel about maybe getting together Friday for a movie?
Sounds good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And dinner? We'll have dinner and then see a movie, or we could see a movie and then go to dinner afterwards.
Well, either way sounds good.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Blackout. Scene 4, the cemetery. Doris is at Abe's grave and Lucille enters.
5,000 places we could have met. And she picks the cemetery.
Hello, Lucille.
Hello. I want you to know I would not have come here today if it were not for this meeting,
I know.
because I am through visiting Harry's grave.
Oh, I think you made that point very clear last month.
As long as it's clear, the only reason I'm here is because I'm concerned for Ida.
That's why I'm here.
No, you're here because this is your favorite vacation spot. I just don't want to see her settle for a first man that comes along. Listen, are you sure Sam's coming?
I'm sure.
You told him the right place?
I told them.
And he said he was coming.
How many times are you going to ask? Do you
Well,
know what you're going to say?
Yeah, what we discussed on the phone.
Shh. Sam's coming.
Hello, Doris. Hello, Louise.
Lucille.
Lucille, I'm sorry.
Hello, Sam.
Oh, so what's up? What do you want to talk about?
Doris, tell Sam how you feel.
What I feel? What happened to you?
You're the one who brought it up.
5 minutes ago, you were on my side. Now you're on his?
I'm not on anyone's side.
Oh, thank you, Miss Switzerland.
What side? What are we talking about?
We feel, Lucille and I, that you should stop doing something that you're doing.
Have I done something to you?
No, not to me.
To you?
No, but I haven't really given you much of a chance.
To who then?
To Ida.
To Ida. What could I possibly do to Ida?
Well, Sam, a woman's heart is a very fragile thing. Am I right, Doris?
Yes, Lucille.
And after a woman's husband dies, her heart breaks. It breaks into many pieces. And when she finally tries to put those pieces back together again, she finds a whole half of her heart is missing, gone, buried 6 feet under a headstone with her husband's name on it. She then has to find a new half for her broken heart. She does that by playing the field.
What?
What does all this have to do with me?
What Lucille is trying to say in the worst way possible is that what's going on with you and Ida is no good.
What are you talking about? We're having a wonderful time together. Seen a few movies, gone out to dinner, went to a musical.
Sam, Ida and I have been coming here every month for the last 3 years now. And since the two of you have started this dating, she can't face her husband.
And she just told me last week that she thought it'd be good not to go as often.
What do you expect her to say? She's afraid. She feels tremendous guilt.
That's very true.
And on top of that, you're planning to take her to Selma's wedding? We shall have to face everyone, all her friends, everyone who saw her there last time with Murray. What do you think that's going to do to her? Going together to the wedding is wrong. What if, God forbid, it was you in this cemetery? I mean, God forbid, you should only live and be well. But just suppose it was reversed. Do you think Myrna would be showing up at the wedding with a man? Especially someone you both knew? Not only are you defaming the memory of Myrna and Murray, you are showing no consideration for Ida.
Did Ida say this to you?
When you've been friends as long as we have, words aren't necessary.
I don't want to do anything to upset her.
Then let her go to Selma's wedding with us the way she originally wanted to.
And then you can come and take all of us.
Well, you know Ida better than I do. If that's what you think, then okay.
I knew you'd understand.
I should get going. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, oh, and Sam, don't go yet. I gotta tell you, think
Okay.
about what you're doing, not just the wedding, the whole thing, you, Ida, Myrna. Are you sure it's right?
Sam exits.
And you can come and take all of us.
Why not?
What are we arguing? The most important thing is that we put an end to this whole Sam business. So, why don't we go over to Harry while we're here? I haven't said hello for a while.
What the hell?
Doris and Lucille exit. Blackout. End of Act 1. There will now be a 5-minute intermission. Act 2 will start in 1 minute. Act 2, Scene 1, Ida's living room.
So, Doris, what do you think?
Oh, you look fine.
I don't want fine.
What's wrong with fine?
Fine is fine. It's not sensational.
What's so important about looking sensational?
It's Selma's wedding. And for Sam.
So the two of you still been seeing each other?
Well, we were, but lately I haven't gotten to see him too much. Last week he said he had a cold, and this week he's been very tired from work, and I keep wondering if maybe something's wrong.
Did he say something was wrong?
No, but he just doesn't seem the same when I talk to him. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just not used to this whole thing.
Look how upset you're getting. Tell me, is it worth it? Listen, tomorrow we'll go to the cemetery. You'll forget all about Sam. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, and then we'll go to lunch, my treat.
You don't understand.
Ida exits. The doorbell rings. Doris answers it and Lucille enters.
Hi,
Hello,
where's Ida?
in the bedroom.
Hello, Ida.
Hello, Lucille.
Has she said anything about us going?
No.
with her?
No,
It'll be fun. All of us staying here tonight, like a slumber party.
I like sleeping in my own bed.
Why? What happens there?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Ida enters.
Hi. Selma called me yesterday. She said this affair is going to be the best one yet.
I think the affairs get better each time. The marriages get worse, but the affairs get better.
You remember the second one?
Oh, sure, the bakery guy.
Nat Stein from Nat's Nashery.
What an affair that was. An 8-course dinner, and 7 of them were desserts.
Took me 2 months to lose the weight I gained that night.
We don't have to worry about that this time. This Ed fella is in the fruit business.
Fruit?
Ay, am I gonna have gas?
Here, Ida. Try some of this eyeshadow.
Now, you don't think it's too much?
You'll knock him dead.
That I got.
Doris makes a fist and releases it several times.
You okay?
Yeah, it's nothing, just every once in a while a pain shoots through my arm.
Harry used to get it bad. When it was going to rain, never failed. The weatherman could say tomorrow would be nice and sunny. If Harry's hand hurt, I took an umbrella.
The last time we were all at Selma's weddings, we all had husbands. I hope she's paying by the head.
So, what time is Sam coming to pick us up?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. Last time we spoke, he said 5 o'clock, but I haven't seen him for a while. Could have forgotten.
You haven't seen him at all?
Lucille exits from the room.
Not the past couple of weeks. He says he's just been very tired. Keep trying to figure out if maybe I did something wrong the last time we went out. I mean, we had such a nice night. He came to the door with flowers. Doris, when was the last time someone gave you flowers?
Abe's funeral, It's funny. I've never been to one of Selma's weddings without Abe. I feel a little nervous.
Me too.
It's gonna be strange seeing all the old faces, friends, couples.
Murray used to love to make up stories about everyone there. I mean, just for me, I would point out this couple. He would make up this funny story about how they met and all. I used to just laugh.
All Abe wanted to do was be on the dance floor.
Yeah.
All night he could dance.
You gonna dance tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could. You want to dance with Sam?
If he asks.
And it wouldn't bother you that it isn't Murray?
Doris, it can't be Murray. What should I do? I'm standing, the music's playing, and Murray is not on the dance floor. So what should I do?
Go back to your table?
Listen to me, Doris. For you, it's enough to have your friends, your family, your children, and live alone. See, me, I can't do it. I need to be with someone, to give to someone. That afternoon, when you and Lucille left and Sam and I were alone, I'm telling you, I came alive. For the first time since Murray died, I felt alive. And yeah, part of me still feels miserable for feeling that good. But I am not going to spend the rest of my life feeling guilty for wanting to be touched, for wanting to be held by someone who isn't Murray.
You know, when I go to the cemetery tomorrow, I was thinking to tell him to pull up all the ivy on Abe's plot, and replace it with wood chips. I mean, that way it'll look good all year round and I won't have to worry
I'm
about
not
it.
going to the cemetery tomorrow.
Did I say anything about you going? No one mentioned your name.
Doris, why don't you try 1 month not going to the cemetery?
Ida?
Yeah.
You do what's right for you, and I'll do what's right for me.
The
Okay.
doorbell rings.
Oh my God, he's here.
There's something I think I should tell you. Lucille and I did something.
Yeah, how do I look? Do I look okay?
You look sensational.
Thank you.
Listen to me.
Oh my God, my jewelry. I don't have any of my jewelry on. Look, you open the door. I can't.
Doris answers the door.
Hello, Doris.
Hello, Sam.
Suddenly, a woman steps in beside Sam.
Mildred?
Hi, Doris.
I wasn't aware you were coming with us.
Well, I was supposed to go with George and Elaine, but Sam and I were having dinner last night, and I told him, well, the only thing worse than going to a wedding alone is going as a third wheel. And he said he wasn't going with anyone either. So, he said he was driving you and Ida and Lucille, but he wasn't going with anyone. So he asked me to go with him. How could I resist?
Of course.
I just hope those are your dancing shoes you're wearing, young man, because I have no intention of letting you leave the dance floor.
She puts her arm through his as Ida comes down the stairs. She sees them and freezes.
Hi, Ida.
Mildred?
Mildred's coming with us. Well, actually, she's going with Sam, but she's coming with us.
Hello, Ida.
Hello, Sam.
You look very nice, Ida. You both do.
Thank you. Well, why don't we all sit down? So I haven't seen you for a while.
I've been busy.
I'll say.
Ida, can you believe he is selling the butcher shop?
I didn't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. Did you not want people to know?
That's no secret. I put it up for sale last week.
Why?
That's exactly what I said.
I think it's time.
What will you do?
I'm not sure yet.
Well, I can't imagine going anywhere else. It won't be the same. Am I right?
Yeah. I don't know what's taking Lucille so long. Lucille, are you ready?
Come on, Lucille, we're going to be late.
Coming.
I can't understand how it takes a woman who wears so little, so long to get dressed.
Yeah.
Lucille enters. Everyone stares at her.
Well, don't tell me. You think the brooch is too much?
The brooch I like.
What brooch?
Brooch.
What brooch?
Men never notice anything. So, what do you think? You've got to admit, I'm a knockout.
Words cannot express how knocked out I think you look.
Tonight, no one is going to say Harry Rubin's widow has given up on life.
Tonight, no one is going to recognize Harry Rubin's widow.
And you, exactly, and you, Mr. Katz, if you play your cards right, you just might be able to get a dance.
She notices Mildred.
Mildred, what are you doing here?
Going to the wedding.
Sam, being the gentleman that he is, offered to take Mildred.
How thoughtful. Are we picking anyone else up along the way?
I think the car is full.
It's a good thing you don't drive a bus.
Come on, Sam, let's go.
Blackout. Act 2, Scene 2, Ida's living room. Doris, Ida, and Lucille enter giggling. They have obviously had too much to drink.
We really gotta stop drinking at Selma's weddings, you know? We could become alcoholics.
Do you think this one is gonna last?
Judging from the looks of him, even if it lasts till death do they part. They've only got a few months together.
Who wants some tea?
Forget the tea. Let's have more wine.
Oh, I've had enough.
Oh, tonight we're having more than enough.
I don't have any wine.
I took from the affair.
I'll get glasses.
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I got cake.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Oh, oi, and,
yeah, wine and cake.
no,
Terrific.
and I got cookies. I took cookies.
They were good cookies, remember?
Yeah. Oh, and I got these tiny little chicken wings.
Oh, chicken wings.
But I couldn't get the dip because I
Oh.
forgot a container.
Oh,
Wine, cake, cookies, chicken wings. What more could we want?
Oh, fruit. Look, I got a banana and 2 oranges.
Oranges.
Some grapes. A
Grapes.
kiwi.
There's
and
an apple,
I
apple in
have
there.
no idea what this is.
Oh,
Okay.
toast.
Toast
Oh, sure.
to us.
Us.
Why not? Oh, and here's to Selma Bonfigliano.
Elma
Selma
Bonfigliano.
Bonfigliano.
Wait, here's to Mildred.
Oh, and who's having some cake?
A sliver.
You know, it's a good thing we had her along. Who else would have talked the whole car up?
Ah, forget about it.
And did you ever see anyone dance like she did? I mean, I think she made a spectacle of herself. A real spectacle. Don't you think she made a spectacle of herself?
Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
I
then
guess
let us-
some men like that.
Yeah. Let us make a spectacle. How about some music?
Ooh.
Ida gets up and turns on the record player. She starts walking toward Doris.
What? What are you doing? Come on.
You got to dance, Doris.
No.
Come on. Neither of us danced all night.
Ida grabs her and the two start doing a cha-cha.
Look at the ladies go.
She joins in, dancing alone.
Feels great, eh, Doris?
Yeah, but it would be better if you weren't such a lousy partner.
Will you try following such a rotten partner?
I am.
It brings back memories, eh, Doris?
Oh, the cruises, the Catskills, Roseland.
Boy, could Harry move me around.
They used to clear the floor when the Magnificent Six got up to dance.
Yes. What did you expect? The way you swung your arms?
Yeah.
Doris stops and starts to rub her chest.
You okay?
Yeah, I just shouldn't have eaten that last mango.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get some milk.
Ida brings Doris to the couch.
Okay, you better?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people were missing from that wedding.
Probably too much of a schlep for some people.
I looked for Abe. And you know the funny thing?
Hmm?
I actually think I saw him eating and walking and dancing. And the first question that came into my mind was, why wasn't I dancing with him? That ever happened to you, Doris? I mean, did you ever see Murray, Ida?
You mean picture him doing something?
No, you see him, you turn around and he's there.
I remember once I came home one afternoon, it must have been about 5 or 6, and I could have sworn that I saw Murray right over there. Just as I was coming in, I could have sworn that I saw him sitting in that chair.
Get the milk.
Oh, thanks.
But you know, the funny thing was that I saw him the way he looked when we first started dating, with all of that thick, wavy black hair. Back then, he had some head of hair. Dubrow's restaurant. Yep, that's where we met. A mutual friend, Ruth Cutler, she set us up. She came there with her boyfriend. I forgot his name. And they brought Murray along for me. The whole time, I couldn't take my eyes off him. I don't know how I didn't stab myself in the face with my fork. I remember thinking, he didn't have any interest in me. You see, Murray was like that back then. He was very cool. The next day, I got a call from Ruth. Murray called her and asked her to have me call him. What nerve, I thought. So, I called him. And I said, hello, this is Ida. And my number is Rivington 74607. And if you want to talk to me, you call me. I hung up. I prayed. Sure enough, he called back. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah. The first time I saw Abe was
Yeah.
in my father's store. I was 19 and he was wearing an old pair of pants, and there's this big hole in the top of his right shoe. And this was definitely not a boy with money, so I keep a careful watch. And all of a sudden, I see him grab a loaf of bread and put it inside his jacket. He turns around and he looks me straight in the eye, and I felt my heart pound. As soon as he started to walk out, I yelled, croak, croak, at the top of my lungs. It was the only way I could think of keeping him there. It worked. My father ran out and grabbed him. A month later, we were married. My father used to say, always as a joke, this is my son-in-law, the cook. First, he stole a loaf of bread, and then...
Funny. So, Lucille, how about you? You ever see Harry?
I didn't see him that much when he was alive. Why should I see him when he's dead?
Well, what about when you're with other men?
What do you mean?
When you're in bed having, sex with another man. Do you ever see Harry in your mind?
No. Who's having more wine?
I've had enough.
Of course.
I've had enough.
Everybody's had enough. Always enough. Don't go too far. Don't have too much. Just enough. Well, I've had enough, and I'm having more.
Lucille.
When you die, you should have it written on your headstones. Here lie Doris and Ida. They had enough. When I die, it's going to read, here lies Lucille. She wanted more. And then you and Doris can come visit me every month. You will visit me, won't you? I mean, I'm just a headstone's throw away. Get it? A headstone's throw away.
Lucille.
Will you come visit me?
Lucille.
Will you?
Yes.
And how about you, Doris? You going to come visit me on your way to see Abe?
Yeah, sure.
No, you're not. You're lying.
Lucille, don't.
I'm going to bed.
Why? You had enough?
Yes.
Figures.
Let me tell you something, Lucille.
Oh, goody.
There is nothing wrong with it. It just means that what you've had until now has been good, and you don't have to spend the rest of your life making a fool out of yourself trying to find more.
I'm making a fool. You spend half your life in a grave talking to a dead husband.
You keep Abe out of this.
Doris,
Every month, rain or shine, there's Doris yakking away at Abe Silverman's grave.
Lucille,
I hope for his sake he was buried with cotton in his ears.
How dare you?
Doris, please don't get excited.
You know why I go to the cemetery every month, Lucille? Because my husband deserves it. Because in all the years of our marriage, he never cheated on me once.
So help me.
Not once.
Oh, Doris.
He didn't have to cheat because our marriage was good. Our marriage meant something.
I'm warning you.
Lucille,
So don't take it out on me just because your husband never loved you.
oh,
Lucille throws her wine in Doris's face. Doris puts her hand on her chest and starts breathing heavily.
are you all right?
I just need my milk.
Doris takes the milk from Ida, brings it to her mouth, and then throws it in Lucille's face.
Enough! Will you look at the two of you? What has happened to us?
I'll tell you what's happened. Nothing means anything anymore. This one just wants to sleep around. And you only want to keep going around making a fool of yourself, chasing after Sam.
Don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? If we hadn't told him not to take you, you would have walked into Selma's wedding and made a complete fool of yourself.
It certainly didn't seem to take him too long to get over the loss.
And to think I had second thoughts.
You told him? And you knew? I mean, all the time when I was telling you everything I feel, everything I wanted, you knew. You watched me make a fool of myself when he walked in here with Mildred, and you knew. I mean, both of you. I figured you wouldn't understand, Doris, but boy, I never figured you'd try to stop it.
We just wanted to,
What about what I wanted? Did you ever think, I mean, for 1 second, what I wanted? And who put the two of you in charge of my life?
We were only concerned with you.
The hell with your concerns. You weren't concerned with me. You were concerned with yourselves. Doris, you couldn't stand the idea that I didn't want to go to the cemetery anymore, that maybe I wanted to do something else with my life. And you, Lucille, you couldn't stand the fact that maybe Sam was interested in me and not you.
I can have any man I wanted.
Not Sam.
I don't want Sam.
Oh, please, I saw the way you flirted. Why don't you come to the cemetery with us, Sam? Maybe you and I could get together, Sam.
I was just trying to.
You were just trying to get him into bed is what you were trying.
No,
It's all you've done since Harry died.
I haven't been to bed with a man since Harry died. I wanted everyone to know that I was fine, that I didn't give a damn, that I didn't care who he had. If he was up there looking down, I wanted him to see me with other men or close his eyes like I did. But for 3 years, I never could, not even once. I never said I slept with anyone. I said I go out. You always said. I just never denied it.
I'm going to go to bed. Take whatever bedroom you want.
How about just like one more, like a nightcap or something?
I've had enough.
Blackout.
Maybe I could call.
Act
Maybe I-
2, Scene 3 the next morning.
Maybe I
Act
could
2.
call.
Go ahead.
Maybe I could call Sam, explain everything to him.
I think it's a little late for that.
I'm sorry. I never should have interfered. We saw you getting so involved, and I guess we panicked at the thought of our threesome breaking up.
Well, you certainly managed to keep that from happening.
Don't hate me.
Oh, stop it. I'm not going to hate you. I mean, I like you for a while. Come on, let's clean up. Look what this place looks like.
The doorbell rings. Ida looks out the window.
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's Sam.
Oh,
Ida goes to the door and lets Sam in.
hello, Sam. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Lucille.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Ida.
Uh,
Hello, Lucille.
Ida's asleep.
Doris is asleep.
Oh, Doris is asleep. We stayed up late. I had too much to drink after we got back.
Could I talk to Ida alone for a minute?
Sure, I'll go make some tea.
I'm not sure what I came here to say. I just knew that I had to come over to see you. I guess what I want to say is I don't want to stop seeing you.
You already did.
Only because I started to realize that there was a possibility that maybe something was going to happen. I mean, that something was developing between us that
I wasn't ready for.
no, that I wasn't ready for. When I think back, I was talking like such a big shot, ready to start a new chapter. All I needed was a door to run out of, and Lucille and Doris gave me the door. Ida, that afternoon I spent here with you was one of the nicest afternoons I've had since Myrna died. And the nights we went out together, they were wonderful. And that's what started to get to me, because the first time I wasn't comparing someone to Myrna. I was enjoying you just for being you. And that frightened me. Ida, I've lost one woman in my life because there was nothing I could do to stop it. I don't want to lose you.
I think somewhere right now, Murray and Myrna are having one hell of a laugh.
I suddenly feel like a kid. Hey, let's get Doris up. Let's all go out for Chinese food and ice cream.
Lucille enters.
Oh, great. We haven't eaten a thing.
I'm gonna go get Doris up.
I want you to know you're the only man besides Harry who's seen me without makeup.
I think you look better this way.
Ida enters and stands frozen on the landing.
She up, Ida? Is she up? Oh, no. No. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Sam,
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Blackout. Act 2, scene 4, the cemetery.
You think they'd come and clean up those leaves?
well, they want to wait until they've all fallen and they gather them all up at once.
How was it over at Murray's?
It was all right. And Harry,
Sends his regards. Sam's
Sam-
over it.
yeah, he's over there at Myrna's. Selma called me this morning.
How's she doing?
They're very happy. I think this one's it.
No kidding.
Yeah, she got the pictures back from the affair. She said there's one of the three of us at the table.
I didn't know they took one.
No one did. It's a picture of the two of us eating and Doris stuffing chicken wings into her purse.
They laugh and Sam enters.
Hi, Lucille. Hi, Ida. We better get going.
Yeah,
Hi, Sam. You going out?
yeah. I'm going with him to meet his new grandson.
You know when you're coming again?
I don't know. It's getting so cold,
Yeah,
and not everybody has such a warm coat.
at such a good price.
Yeah. Are you coming now, Lucille?
Go ahead. I'm just gonna stay for another minute.
All right. I'll call you.
You take care.
They look good together, don't you think? Doris. 10-1 says they'll be married before the year's out. That'll be some affair. Gotta have good meat. you could have brought home a haul on that one. Me and Selma probably be bridesmaids. That's a switch. Selma at someone else's wedding. Probably won't see too much of her. Look at this place. A person shouldn't be fighting to look at this place. Shouldn't have to be picking leaves out of ivy. A person shouldn't have to spend the rest of their lives taking care of a grave. I shouldn't have to come here every goddamn month to. I'm gonna miss you, Doris. But I'm telling you, I'm not going here every month. I don't care how much time we spend together. I'm not gonna remember you and me in this place. I'm gonna remember you dancing. I'm gonna remember you arguing. I'm going to remember you pulling chicken wings out of your purse.
She picks up a small stone, kisses it, and places it on the grave.
So I'll see you when I see you. And listen, if you see Harry, tell him I said goodbye.
Blackout. And now the cast of the Cemetery Club. As Ida, Ann Bass.
Hi, everybody.
As Lucille, Alice Weiner.
Hi.
As Doris, Lori Atlas.
Hello.
As Sam, Richard Weiner.
Hi.
And as Mildred, Margaret Werner.
Hi.
And say hi to our narrator, Don Bass.
Hi, everybody.
If you would like to unmute now, that would be fine. If you have anything you wanted to say or just to talk to the cast, if you have any questions.
I'd like to say something.
Yes. Is that Lee?
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you. It was very wonderful. Enjoyed
Thank
it.
you, thank you. I see some of my bridge students are here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it so much, Ann.
Thank you.
I didn't remember it was originally a play or a movie, right?
It was a play. They made it into a movie.
Oh, I loved it. I loved the story.
What about the dress, huh?
Oh, very sexy, you. You don't wear that to bridge.
Next time. For those of you that aren't in the bridge class, I teach a bridge class for the Massapequa Library on Friday afternoons. So yesterday I was giving them homework.
She's
and
a great
today I'm
teacher.
Thank you.
Said great, everyone good. Yeah. Hi,
Thank you.
Joanne.
She may have hung up.
Hello, Stu Freeman.
It's very enjoyable. We both enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, here you are.
Yep.
I go, yes, hello. I'm glad you were able to make it.
And
Oh, good.
It was a long trip, but we made it.
They're up in Maine.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
Everyone
drive down.
needs to watch the traffic on the way home.
we'll be careful.
We ain't coming home.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Stu, are you in with other people or you just wear the mask all the time now?
Who's that, me?
No, my friend Stu
Oh,
was muted.
I didn't see him.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
wearing his Biden-Harris mask.
I can't see it.
Yeah, well, he's.
I see him, he's there.
There you go.
Hi.
I'm
I-
used to wearing it, so I just continued.
Biden Harris.
okay.
I think they got elected already.
I think so. He's, some people just aren't willing to let it go.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to say hi?
Hi, Ann. This was terrific.
Hello, Gail.
It was terrific, very
You're far from home.
enjoyable.
You're up in space.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, thank you. Well, thanks, everybody. And thank you to the people who were muted and applauding.
Yes.
Appreciate that. And we'll see you when I see
See you
you.
when we see
Right.
you.
You were wonderful. It was wonderful.
It
Thank
was.
you,
Again, it
everyone,
was a
for
wonderful
coming.
play.
It was
Bye.
a great afternoon.
It was. Thank you. It was
We
great.
will
It was
invite you
great.
again. We'll see if we can get the Mass People Library to sponsor another show, but thank you to the person who put that in the
Yeah,
chat.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you for attending, and we're glad you enjoyed it.
And Lee had mentioned, I think in the beginning, I think Lee mentioned that this was being recorded.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So
And
that's
how
a
would somebody
wonderful thing.
access that recording?
Yeah, we'll give people access to that. That'll be wonderful. And we'll cut out any excess stuff. So
I mean, like Act 1 and 2?
Just focus on me, Lee.
yes.
There's money in it for you.
Just focus on the intermission. Cut out Act 1 and 2. Intermission is what we wanted. All right, bye, everybody. Thank
Bye,
you.
Annie.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Greg.
Annie. You were
Bye,
wonderful.
everybody.
Thanks for
Thanks for
coming.
coming.
Thank you, Lee. We
Yes,
appreciate
too.
it.
Have a wonderful
you.
day, everybody. Take
You
care.
too.
too.
Be well,
Thank
and
Thanks.
you.
hope to see you again.
Now tomorrow,
Absolutely. Okay, bye-bye.
so we can leave this.